What's going on, everybody? Welcome back today to the FM Scout YouTube channel, and we're back today for part 2 of the What If Freddy Adu Was 18 experiment yet again. Part 1 had a really good response. We had a couple of comments which I'm going to quickly react to now. There's a couple of guys, or just the one comment saying, did Leon do any good in the Europa League, seeing as he had quite a few continental appearances? Now, if you didn't catch the first episode, I do recommend you going to watch that one before this one. But Freddy Adu now, almost 10 years into this experiment, I think he's about 9 years into it, is now at Lyon after quite a long stint at Juventus, but not getting played too much. A couple of loans out as well. But now he's at Lyon, and I think that he's kind of found his club where he's going to be best at. Now, as you can see, he did have 11 continental appearances. So for Leon, what we'll do is quickly check out the schedule and stuff and see how well they did, if they did any good. And they didn't, but because they had quite a few, they had the best players playoff as well. That is kind of why they had quite a number of European matches. Didn't do too well in the Champions League, but then they had all the Europa League group matches, and then the first and second knockout round, which is 4 matches as well. So they didn't get to the final, unfortunately, of that one. But as always, what we'll do is skip forward now. We're going to go until he retires, really, and hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you do drop a comment down in the comment section down below as well to let me know any wonder kids that you guys know off Football Manager that didn't quite make it into the big time, and we'll see if we can do an experiment on them. But let's go and jump into the video. So we are now into 2026, and it is time to see how well Freddy Adu has been getting on recently. He's still at Lyon this season, at now 28 years of age, so we're over 10 years into this experiment now. As you can see, all his stats, his technical stats are really tasty. Corners, crossing, dribbling, first touch. All in all, he's a very, almost perfect winger, really. He's got a bit of pace on him as well. And valued at £39 million now. Had a really good season at Lyon, actually. A 7.61 average rating with 15 goals and 10 assists. With 8 man of the matches as well. 13 continental matches, so that they get one step further. We'll have a quick look. Internationals as well, getting a lot of caps there. International-wise for Freddy Adu now, I know I didn't take off his original caps, but he's had way over 100 in the last 10 years or so, which is good. And it looks like he is enjoying life in France. So what we're going to do is double check again with Lyon and see how well they did this season. In Ligue 1, we'll check first. I doubt they won it. No, they finished third again. It's been the identical top 3 for the last few years now. And the schedule-wise, in Europe, they got to the quarter-final of the Europa League, losing to their French counterparts, AS Monaco. They beat Marseille as well along the way. They had a group of Spartak Moscow, Ludogorets, and PSV, which they overcame. But still no silverware. But Freddy Adu looks like he's enjoying life in Lyon. He could probably be at a better club because I think he's by far their best player. But it all remains to see. He's getting kind of into this towards the latter parts. I was going to say of his career, but it's still 28. He's still got a good probably 3 or 4 years ahead of him. But we'll have to wait and see. Will he move on to a different club? So we've now moved into 2027, and Freddy Adu overall, he's still at Lyon, and his career's kind of ticking over now. His value's dropped a little bit, but that's expected when he's getting a bit older. And his stats kind of remain intact. We didn't see as well 17 passing and 17 technique as well. Another extremely good season. Average rating even better this season. 1 more player of the match. 1 more assist. Identical amount of goals, but 1 more game overall. 7.69 average rating. Continental-wise and international-wise, not as many appearances rather. So Lyon, I'm guessing, didn't do as well in Europe this season. They finished second this season, ahead of AS Monaco in the league, which is good. And knocked out in the first round. They were in the Champions League this time, to be fair. It was Schalke, Dynamo Kiev, and Copenhagen. That Marshall testimonial as well, which is interesting. Had a couple of, 3 friendlies against English sides. But knocked out by Porto in the end of this one. Freddy Adu, I'm just wondering if many teams are interested in him. Not really in transfer-wise. And seeing if he's interested in moving to anyone. No, not really. So I think this is the team for Freddy Adu, really. I think this is where he's going to remain for the rest of his career. So what I'll do is move forward 2 more years to 2029 rather than go through every single year. because I'm fairly confident this could be the team for him for the rest of his career. So we've skipped forward another 2 years, so now we're into 2029, and yeah, sure has it. He's at Lyon. His value's almost slashed in half though over the last 2 years or so. A couple of stats surprisingly are getting slightly better. I mean, corners have grown as well. His acceleration and stuff as expected as he gets older has dropped down a little bit. Last 2 years have been practically identical again. Last season he had a slightly better season, a lot of man of the matches, but he got a few more assists and 7.83 rating. But look, this season so close to an 8.0 average rating, which is outstanding. He got 7.99 overall. With 9 goals, 12 assists, 10 man of the matches as well. 10 continental games, again, same last season as well, but he's getting a lot more international appearances as well. 166 now overall. Can't quite remember what he was on in the first episode, because if you remember, I didn't actually slash his international appearances off when we started the experiment, unfortunately. But he's got probably close to 150 appearances now, which is incredible. Lyon as a whole, though, if we have a quick look over the last 2 years, wow, they didn't get top 3 this season, and despite Freddy Adu having an outstanding season, one of his best yet, Lyon didn't get top 3. They finished 3rd last season, though, and schedule-wise, got in second knockout round of the Europa League, and last season, first round of the Europa League, knocked out by Chelsea, which is kind of expected. They're a pretty decent team. They were in the Champions League, but knocked out in the group stage. They only actually lost one of their games, but they drew the majority of the rest and won one other. And this season, they did very well in the Europa League matches, but unfortunately were knocked out. But Freddy Adu with an outstanding season. I'll be surprised if clubs aren't interested in him, and they're not. Because I thought maybe they could be interested, but he's only got one more year on his contract. And maybe a player coming in probably will be 32 next. Well, no, probably about it. He will be 32 next season. Is he gonna be worth keeping, or are Lyon gonna bite the bullet and sell him off, or even just let his contract expire? We'll skip forward another 2 years, so we're into 2031, and then Freddy Adu should be 33 then, and we'll see how his career is panning out. So now into 2032, and Freddy Adu will now really be close to a retirement, and he has actually moved on. He's at Atletico Madrid now, but wow, look at his wage, earning over double the amount of money he was getting at Lyon at the age of 34, and it's for someone that's really meant to be knuckling down with their career. He's got a lot more money, but basically his stats, what they've done now is increased a lot. His physicals have dropped down a lot more. I mean, look at that. In 2 years, his pace and everything has dropped considerably. But, wow, his technical and mentals have just risen dramatically as well. If we look over the last 2 years, what sort of happened? Lyon actually sold in that year. He's been let to go 3 years now. What have I done wrong here? I've skipped forward 3 years, I think, actually. Stupidly. But the season he left Lyon and went to Atletico Madrid for 15.5 million at that sort of age. So they made a healthy profit on him. I think he had to move. He couldn't really take Lyon any further. 33 appearances, 8 goals, 5 assists, 2 man of the matches. Moving to Spain, which is probably a higher standard of football to France. No disrespect to French football, but he got one of his worst, his second worst average rating of the whole series. His worst one was actually when he was at Udinese at the start of the series. Atletico Madrid, second season, identical more or less, just one more man of the match, but a much better average rating. And the most recent season, not playing as much, but still 29 appearances, 9 goals, 9 assists, so much better, 7.73 average rating. Continental-wise, he's been having a fair few matches. Atletico Madrid as a team, I doubt they'd be challenging much. They finished 3rd for the last 3 years. Calfage is a key player, centre-back for Atletico Madrid. I was just double-checking if he kind of had anyone to rival with. Iker Muniain, I don't know if I've said that right, sorry, is the manager. Freddy Adu is playing just behind the striker, though. To be honest, now, at this stage, it's going to be mostly regens, isn't it? Breel Mbolo's still in there, who's retiring now. That's how you know how far we've holidayed. Iker Muniain, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's actually manager, which is pretty crazy. Knocked out in the first knockout round against PSG of the Champions League this season. Last season, they actually got to the Champions League final. Wow. Freddy Adu did not play, which is a little bit annoying. Did he play? He played in the semi-finals though. He did all right in that first leg when they actually lost against Real Madrid. Season before his first season, they got to the quarter-final. I'm not too sure if Freddy Adu played any part of that. I think he's literally very, very close to his retirement now, Freddy Adu. I think one more year could do it. So what we'll do, see if he's got any plans for the future. Now he's got staff attributes. So yeah, he's retired from international football. We'll see how many appearances he's ended on. About 171 appearances. So he's got over 150 appearances. And now he's retired from that. I think he may retire from football next season. So we'll have a quick look and see what happens. So we're on to 2033 now. Freddy Adu is still playing for Atletico Madrid actually. Value is way below even £100,000. His stats are absolutely exceptional. His physicals, as expected, have dropped horribly down. He had still a half-decent season with 23 appearances, 5 goals, 5 assists. And for a team that are performing quite high in the Spanish leagues, it's quite interesting to see him still get a good number of matches. They actually won the league this season, which is incredible. They beat Real Madrid and Barcelona. They got to Europa League final and unfortunately lost to Valencia, another Spanish team, on penalties in the end. Which is crazy, actually. And Freddy Adu, we'll have to double check if he's retiring, but he may have bowed down quite perfectly. Yeah, plans to retire, and that's the season. So his playing career is now going to be over. No teams are interested in him. I don't know if you can see teams after him to be a member of staff, but overall, Freddy Adu has an interesting career. Probably not performed at the highest level that maybe we would have expected, but that was mainly due to Juventus kind of zoning him out of the team, not really fitting a formation to suit Freddy Adu's style of play. He moved to Lyon where he kind of found himself, and it's had 4 good years at Atletico Madrid in the end. So hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below. Again, leave some comments in the comment section down below, letting me know some Wonder Kids that you like. And until next time, guys, subscribe to the FM Scout channel. You can find my channel in the description down below. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.